You know, now I know we're starting, but you could actually stream to Facebook.
What?
Yeah.
What am I gonna stream to my grandma?
Hey, you know what? If grandma puts up the views, bro, fuck it.
Straight up, man. No, I looked at my Facebook maybe like 2-3 weeks ago because I was like, oh, like some of my videos got hella views. I have like fucking 5,000 followers on Facebook.
That's cool.
I was like, what? Who the fuck's following me on Facebook? That's weird.
That's funny.
And so I
What
asked
up, guys?
All right, I'm waiting for it to go live on Instagram. It's not. Why aren't you going live on Instagram? What's going on?
You put it in the key?
Yeah, it says it's live on my end, like on the, but it's not live on the.
Yeah, I don't show you live. I don't show you live either.
That's weird. Let me do it again.
Yeah. While he's doing that, welcome back, Twitter. For now, YouTube, Twitter, YouTube, X. We're happy to be back. That's all we have to say.
Yeah, you know, it's been a few weeks since we've been on. I'm like, man, I want to get back in this. We're gonna do it last week, and we're like, all right, let's do it this week. Let's get back and have some fun, and just kind of go at it. Stream key, copy. And it's been like 6 weeks, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been some time, but we got more stuff to talk about.
I mean, nothing's really fucking happened anyway, so you know.
Yeah, very true.
It's the off season. Yeah.
Off season. Ready for the season because it's finally a Raider group in the Central Valley watch party games at Series CA at the Blue Horse. No way. That's what's up. That's pretty cool. Blue Horse. I'm familiar with Blue Horse. It's over by In-N-Out. That's what's up. That's pretty tight. They used to have them over on McHenry at that pizza place over by Safeway. Raider Mob Boss used to run them back when they were in Oakland.
Yeah, because all the Raider parties, like I looked at a few because I'm like, oh, I'm going to be home for some of the away games, and, you know, with the kids and stuff. And I was like, they're all in Sacramento. I'm like, do I want to drive to Sacramento or do I want to drive to Ricky's? I'm like,
yeah.
I have no idea why I'm live on Instagram.
You are live. Once you are live, the stream's public. It'll be at the top of your feed. Did you go live on Instagram?
I don't think so. It's not letting me for some reason. It says go live with streaming software, and it's not doing it. I have no idea. It's saying I'm live.
Create live folder, Instagram. You put in the Instagram stream key?
Oh, yeah. I did the same way every time. I copy and paste the screen. Okay. Let me log in. We'll see. We can get started though.
Yeah, the new In-N-Out. Okay. Yeah, it is.
I know though.
The new In-N-Out. That's a whole section over there, huh, Ruben? Fucking In-N-Out. You got In-N-Out and Walmart.
Oh, the new area? Is that where the bar's at?
That's what. Yes, that's the new area where the bar's at. It's over in that corner, behind the Chevron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what's up. That'd be fun. Finally, Central Valley got something. There's a lot of Raider fans out here, and they don't. I mean, a lot of them don't even travel to games anymore. Josh is still figuring that out, guys. Technical difficulties.
It's not for some reason. I don't know why. I got the stream key. I copied it, and it's not working. Fuck it. We get started. I'm not gonna worry about it. Maybe I'm trying to log in on yours. No, it's fine. I don't know why. He's telling me. I don't know.
Here, I'll try to put my Instagram. Create live video. You got to talk to the people, Josh.
No, it's just remember how it clicks go live. Yeah. Anyway,
so you go to create. You go to live video.
Yeah, it's not hitting the go live button. It's not going live for some reason, but whatever. Yeah, we can just do it.
And audience, public, next. And you need to did you do the stream URL or the stream key?
Stream key.
Let's see. Just win, baby. You know what it might be? No, we're locked in trying to figure this out.
100%. Fuck it. All right. So right off the bat, we've been seeing a lot of stuff. This is one of the things that upsets me. Like I know you have higher expectations of Geno Smith than I do. So one of the things I said with Geno, he's probably a 10 to 15 guy. I saw all the stuff that popped up on AI while we were off, things like that, and then NFL ranked him as number 10 quarterback. To me, that's fair. But at the same time, there is these people that have that AOC cult following that think he's going to start. I know we're probably in the same boat. We're like, dude, come on. Like that needs to stop. Geno's our quarterback. We're spending, $30 to $40 million a year on him. There's a reason for that. There's a reason we didn't draft anybody because we're using him. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I think we're in the same boat on that one. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Going anywhere.
AOC is definitely a career backup. We got Geno, I mean, obviously towards the back end of his career, but we also got Gannon on the back end of his career. I mean, not comparing the two, Gannon was an amazing quarterback. He found his stuff late. The one thing that's interesting about Geno is that Geno is amazing in a dome. If you look up his dome stats compared to his stats when the game's played outside, they are drastically different. It's actually outrageous how different it is. I believe Geno has like a 3-to-1 ratio in a dome compared to outside.
Oh, for the touchdown, yeah.
For the touchdown ratio.
Which, I mean, a lot of quarterbacks do. I mean, if you ever look at Peyton Manning's stats, Peyton Manning was the same way. Like in a dome, he's just obscene. And I posted a couple things that what I have expectations to for Geno. I think Geno is going to throw for, I'd say, 400 to 4,500 yards. I think he'll be close to 30 TDs. JT is going to get a lot of carries, but the thing is, we have so many weapons on our wide receiver core. Like, there's just no way we're not going to get to him. It's just no way.
Yeah,
that guy is dumb. O'Connell. I know. We already know who we're talking about. DSR, or as you call him, the Dick Second Report. I did it. That was pretty much my first video back. Message back. I'm like, I have to make a video now, don't I? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll make one today. So I made it just talking shit. I'm like, all right, I'm back.
Yeah, that's outrageous, dude. Death Star Report. I mean, he's very clickbaity, and it's outrageous clickbait. He was saying that O'Connell's performing a lot better than Geno. For the people who don't know about Death Star Report, he's saying that AOC's winning the job because he has family that works with the Raiders.
No. And last week he said he was on full ride scholarship to USC as a running back and safety.
No way.
No, I have the fucking messages. The comments. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, enough's enough. Like, I had a scholarship to a JC. That's as far as I got.
Yeah.
It's like, I got the trial for those things.
The thing with Geno too is that Geno isn't gonna come out, and he's probably gonna that division stacked, man. Obviously, he's not gonna come out and be the best quarterback in that division. But I believe him playing in a dome is gonna help that a lot. Because I believe 12 out of our 17 games are in a dome.
Yeah. So we got a real chance to win some games. I think we're kind of on the same boat. Like, hey, we're going to probably win 7 to 9, maybe 10 if things go our way. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be high scoring, I think. But there's going to be games where we're going to rely on Geno to win. And that's not a skill set. His skill set is probably a game manager, flashy at times. That's been his thing. He's inconsistent here and there. And that's okay. Like, you can have that type of quarterback with the defense we have, but our defense has to step up and do well. And if it does, we can be a 10-win team. I think our kind of peak for this year is a wild card. And I'm okay with that because that's better than what we've been. But you guys need to understand, we're still competing with Mahomes. We're still competing with Herbert. We're still competing with Bo Nix and his defense. It's not that we're competing with Bo Nix. We're competing with 3 Hall of Fame level coaches and elite defenses. That's what we're competing with. So Correct. As much as you hate Nix, as much as you hate Herbert, you got Harbaugh and you got these, Andy Reid. Like, that's what you're competing against. So we're not going to get out coached. We might get outplayed talent wise because this is Carroll's first year. But we're going to have an improvement last year. We're going to probably be a close to 500 team most of the year.
Yeah, I believe I'm on the same boat. You opened up the year in New England, which is a very winnable game, but also a very losable game. So I mean, I can see us floating around 500 towards the year. Probably make a run towards the end, possibly. There's a little easy schedule kind of in the middle when you get the Titans and the Jags on a back-to-back, I believe. That'd be a chance for a winning streak. You got the Chargers on Monday night, which should be fun. That game's going to be awesome. It's going to be electric. Allegion's going to be popping.
That is. I'm flying home in the morning, so I'm going to try to stay sober because I'm going to have to work the next day. I'm flying into work, so we're going to see how that goes.
Damn, that's brutal. That is brutal. Yeah,
we're going to see how that works.
That is hammer. We are looking. Canelo is fighting on Saturday at versus at Allegiant.
I heard that they're trying to get rid of the UNLV game to do that. And that's what's kind of posted around. I'm like, UNLV's gone. They're gonna have a few $100 million at the gate. Yeah, UNLV ain't playing that weekend. That's all that's gonna happen. I don't give a shit what you say.
Yeah, and the boxing card is ran by the Saudis, and the Saudis just have unlimited money.
Yeah, they got the cheat code.
Yeah, so Saturday, if you guys are going to Vegas for the home opener, the Saturday game is very possible. Not the Saturday game. The Saturday event is. Hold on, one sec. The Saturday event is going to be Canelo and Crawford at Allegiant, most likely.
All right, looking at our top. So one of the things I was looking at, who do you think is wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 3?
I would love to say Dante Thornton is our wide receiver 3 currently. He's making huge progressions throughout OTAs, but it's kind of nerve-wracking. You got to take it with a grain of salt. There's a lot of people saying Bryan Edwards got the same hype. So it's just, we'll see. I think Dante Thornton's going to be our 3. One, obviously, is Jacoby Myers. 2, I would like Beck to be our 2. He got the size. He has the ability. I would like Beck to be our 2.
I think Beck's going to be the 2 just based off talent. And that's the thing. What makes a high-level number 1, I would say Mike Evans is probably the number 1 receiver that is more of a possession guy. He does catch deep balls, but he's that guy that's going to get you possession, reception after reception after reception. And here and there, he'll break them, like Jacoby. He'll break them here and there, but he's not a deep threat. Beck is the same way. Big body, not the biggest, not the fastest, not the strongest, but he's just elite hand, and he runs routes, and he doesn't drop the ball. Yeah. So to me, he's going to be one of those guys that averages 10 to 12 yards a carry. A reception, maybe have a few deep balls because, there's blown covers, things like that, but he's not going to be a continuous deep threat. To me, I see him having a 700-yard year, give or take, somewhere around there the first year. Give it a year or two, he'll probably take over for Jacoby. I can really see that happening because they're the same player. It's just Beck is more athletic and he's bigger. So
Beck, it's a good comparison. Beck does remind me of a Mike Evans. He has that big body frame. Yeah. Strong hands. He's not going to drop balls. He's going to get those contested catches in the end.
Downhill blocker. So on those first and second downs, he's going to be on the field. He's going to be blocking. He can block. He can run block. Jacoby Myers is an underrated run blocker. Thornton is 6'4", 6'5". Wait until that guy learns how to block. He's going to use his frame and be able to block people too as well. So that's why I was trying to tell people, I was like, I don't think we're going to run the 12 set very often because we have too much size and speed. It's like, are you going to run Meyer as a tight end, or are you going to run Thornton and Beck as the wide receiver 2 and 3? To me, it's like, well, Beck and Thornton are way more explosive and they can block. And if you're talking about just the aspect of the matchups, you're going to have a nickel corner that's going to be 5'10", 5'11" versus a guy that's 6'1" to 6'5", 200 plus, a little bit more of a matchup versus a linebacker that can stop the run. So to me, that's kind of where I see it going. It's sad because I think Myers is a good player, but I do think Beck's going to be the wide receiver 2. Thornton, he's going to develop. He's going to take some time.
Yeah. Thornton definitely needs time to develop. He did get hurt over in Texas. That's why he did drop to about a 5th round pick. Am I mistaken? 5th round pick?
Tennessee, yes.
My bad. Tennessee. They both have T's, man. But he's gonna take time to develop. He's gonna be a speed demon. He's gonna take the safety with him. He's gonna open up stuff He's gonna open up stuff for Bowers over the middle. because you're gonna take that safety with them on a deep post.
That's what's scary is we still have Bowers.
Still have Bowers, man. You
And people, I'm like, and Genty, and that's why I'm saying, I was like, what? I was like, Genty's gonna get his 20 touches, but watch, that's all we're gonna run the ball. Because why would you give anybody but Genty carries when you have those 3 wide receivers and then Bowers on top of that?
Correct.
Our offense should be a top 5 offense this year without even trying, with a mediocre offensive line, because those quick releases and those quick routes with Beck and Myers and Bowers are going to eat people alive. It's going to be that battle of attrition. Geno completes the ball short. He's very good at it. He's one of the best in the league at completing that 5 to 8 yard pass. And we got 3 wide receivers, Bowers, you can call him tight end wide receiver, whatever you want, that can run those routes at an elite level, depending on how Beck does. It's going to be very hard for defenses. It's going to be those methodical drives where the defense just gets beat the shit out of, and you're like, all right, Gentry, just go run him over in the 4th quarter and have some fun. And that's I think a lot of his yards are going to be in the second half because people are going to be gassed out.
Yeah. And the thing with Bowers, he's going to run a lot of those. If you guys watch Kansas City football, Kelsey does not run very extravagant routes. He just plops in the middle.
Yeah,
he finds a soft spot in his zone, and he just plops in the middle. I believe Bowers is going to do a lot of that this year with Thornton taking over the top. You're going to have Gentry, obviously, so you're going to have some type of play action this year, which the Raiders did not have last year. So
I wonder why.
Having the play action opens up so much of a world. Obviously, we didn't have it last year. Teams knew that we sucked at offense. So having the play action is going to open up so much more for Bowers, Beck, Myers. I'm excited to watch this team this year. Offensively, they should be a ton, way better. And people don't talk about it. We got fucking Chip Kelly. Yeah. Chip Kelly is coming off a national championship. He's one of the, he did great. He kind of fell off towards the end with Philly, back when he was with Philadelphia at the time.
Well, he's with the Niners too. People forget that.
I do forget that one too. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. He was with Philly. He did great with Philly. He averaged, I believe, like 28 points a game. He for like 3 years, and then towards the end, he fell off. But Chip Kelly is a great offensive-minded guy.
Yeah. And I think he's going to really put people in the position to win, and Carroll's going to learn how to coach them up. Carroll's going to give him the personnel and the experience, like, hey, you got a great offensive mind, but this is how you win games. Mm-hmm. So you can be a great offensive mind and not win games. There's a lot of coaches around the NFL that are like that are just coordinators for life, and I think that's what Chip Kelly is. He'll probably get another chance if he does well with the Raiders.
Like he's a coordinator.
He's a coordinator. Yeah, that's just what he is, and that's okay. You need people like that. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what he does with that aspect of the ball. I think he's going to put people in the really good position to win. He's going to spread out the defense. He's going to understand, hey, these are our strengths. These are our weaknesses. Our strength is not lining up, 7, 8 guys in the box and running it down your throat. That is not our strength. That wasn't our strength last year, and we tried to do it. It does not work.
Nope.
We have too much speed, too much route running, and too many positional players that are better than your positional players on defense. Your linebackers and your safeties can't cover Myers. They're not going to be able to cover Beck. You're going to have people that take it over the top, and then you have Bowers. So I think that's going to be the aspect where they have those plays that are going to break through is where Bowers breaks it down.
Yeah.
I will say, so I just went to the camp with my kid this weekend. Bowers put on some weight, dude.
He looks a little bigger.
He looks so like his midsection is very slim. His shoulder and his arms look like fucking Popeye now. I was like,
okay.
And I looked at him, I'm like, you got bigger, and he just kind of smiled. And I'm like, because remember when we saw him at camp, we're like, oh, he's tiny, remember?
Yeah, like, camp he was tiny last year, guys.
Yeah, and I saw him, and he's big boy now. He probably put on a good 10, 15 pounds of just, bulk. He was never like the biggest guy, but he was always super athletic. But I saw him, and all of us were sitting there. This was funny. There's only like 10 of us that bought the VIP pass. So there's like 7 adults just chilling there next to him. Like, why didn't anybody pay for this? Like, we get unadulterated access to him.
Yeah.
And it was only like $100. And so, but we're all sitting there on a bench, and that was it. And so we're just bullshitting with him, talking to him and stuff, taking our photos. And we're like, he's big. Like, he got bigger. So, I think the stats are going to be down this year because we have more weapons, but he's going to have a more overall productive year as far as, I would say, targets versus receptions, and then also touchdowns. He's going to have way more this year.
He's going to have way more touchdowns. I agree with that 100%. And the fact that the reason why also he'll have more touchdowns because you're gonna have to play action within the 5, so it's gonna open up Bowers in the end zone.
Yeah,
people are gonna be scared of Gentry, however you say his name. I still mess up his name all the time. I'm gonna call him Ashton. But people are gonna be nervous about Gentry just pounding it in, so it's gonna open up Bowers in the end zone. I think Bowers is gonna have a great touchdown year as well.
Yeah. I would say 8 to 10. I think he's going to get closer to 10 probably because they're going to.
Like you said, his yardage might go down. But
he's not going to have the breakthrough season again. He's not going to do 1,000 yards. I see Jacoby doing 800 to 1,000. I see Brock being number 2 and probably having 800 to 900. And then if Beck and Thornton really pan out, I see Thornton in the 300 to 500 range as a deep threat. We still have Tucker, and then on top of that, Yeah, I would say Beck's going to be in the 700. Like, to me, 700 for a rookie slot wide receiver is a very good year. That's an elite slot receiver to get that 700 to 900 range, and I think he can be there. And like I said, over the next couple of years, you can see him taking over Jacoby. I think that's what the plan will be.
Yeah, very nice. I do like. I am a big fan of Beck. I'm a fan of what they're doing over there in Vegas. They're building and. I feel like we've been trying to trade for these superstars. We have them built in-house as much as we used to. They're building, so they have really good building blocks over in Vegas right now. So, did you press little break, guys? We'll get into the comments here too. Did you press go live on Instagram?
It's not working. Maybe I have restrictions. I don't fucking know. People report me all the time.
I don't know. Because in the top right,
also, not letting me go live. It's weird.
Because in the top right, after you put the stream key, it says go live. In the top right corner.
It's saying I'm live on Instagram, but I know that's full of shit. It says you're live too, but there's no viewers from it. So
I think I turned it off. That's why for me.
Oh, you can try again. It don't matter. I'm not worried about it tonight. I'll figure it out. I'll probably have some restrictions. Instagram doesn't like me sometimes.
We'll get it next week. It's all good. Hey guys, my Cadillac lowrider's name is Death Star. Should I stick with it? What's the year of your Cadillac, Ruben, if you're still in here? For my silver and black caddy, Raider lack silver and black, lack the shield, the Raider Fleetwood.
I mean, you can name it the Death Star, just don't call it DSR. That's about it.
Yeah. Death Star's cool. Death Star's cool. I'm trying to think of a name too. I can't think of the top of my head.
Are you going? I know you messaged me. You're going to week 1 in Boston, right?
Yeah, we are very last minute. But
have you ever been to Boston?
Never been to Boston.
All right, so
not much to do, I'm sure.
No, I mean Boston's cool. Like, I've been there a couple times. They all suck Tom Brady's dick there. I don't know how to say it.
For sure.
Even when I was in there, because I went there and I had Raider shit on. The first thing they said, it was a fumble. The cabbies, I'm not joking. Everyone opened with that. And then, I went to Fenway. I went to a bunch of ball games there, things like that. Fenway is freaking awesome if they have a baseball game at the time you go. It is the coolest ballpark I've ever been to in my life. But I will tell you, it is a culture shock when you go there.
The language or what? Because I know they got
I would say the language and the Irish. Just leave it at that.
Irish. They got the accent. The Boston or how the fuck
a fucking Tom Brady. That was a fucking fumble there. And I'm like, wait, what? And then they say hammer. And they're like, I was like, where's the R? I swear to God.
So the original plan. Go ahead. Sorry, finish your story.
No, I will say it's a really cool town, really old. You can go sightseeing. They have the world's oldest active warship there that you can go on. Paul Revere's house I went to. I did all the touristy shit. And then I went to a Sox game. And my story is I went to the Sox game. I don't know if anybody remembers when there was all the racial comments in the stands towards the I think it was the Blue Jays.
Okay.
So I was there when there was lifetime bans to people because they were saying slurs in the audience. And it wasn't me, but I was by them. And the next day I told my friends, I'm like, yeah, I was there. And then because it was all over ESPN, they made actual, they were talking about pressing charges against the guy because he almost fought one of the center fielders or something. The guy was almost ready to come into the stands and fight the guy. But yeah, it is a culture shock there. It's super cool. Food's amazing. A lot of fun. But I will say nightlife, but the pubs and the old bars downtown, really cool. It's a fun place to go, but just be prepared for all the Tom Brady glazing, and
sure.
he's the greatest ever. He's this, he's that, and the Patriots should have won all of them. And Eli Manning is a joke. Like, I heard it all when I was there. I was like, man, this is real, huh?
So the original plan was supposed to be Houston. So we were talking about Houston. We're going to go to Houston. We're going to Houston. It's later in the year. We kept talking about going to Houston, but what had happened? Thanks, Ruben. We appreciate you. We're going to get back to your name right now, I promise. But Houston, you can't fly directly to Houston. You got to fly into Dallas, and then from Dallas go to Houston. Those flights round trip for two was like $1,900. We looked up Boston. Boston round trip for two is like $620. And it's just like, dude, fuck it, let's go to Boston. I mean, let's go for 3 days. We'll go to MetLife on Sunday, and we'll come back Monday. Fuck it. So we're going to Boston week 1, and opening week of the NFL. It should be fun.
You're going to the week 2 though, right?
I'll be at week 2 too. Yep, I will be there. We fly in Friday for that game. We're thinking about going to Canelo on Saturday. I mean, might as well, right? Might as well. I hit up my Uncle Chris has like 6 club seats, so him and his rep are really tight because he gives his rep a lot of money. So I hit up my uncle and I was like, bro, we need these Canelo tickets. He goes, I already called my rep.
I gotta ditch my kids.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck it, let's go see Canelo. I mean, once in a lifetime thing. And he's supposed to be fighting at Allegiant. I mean, even if you sit in the 400s, get a nosebleed, fuck it.
It don't matter. It's still fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be popping though. Casinos are gonna be insane that weekend.
Oh yeah,
you got the home opener plus Canelo. It's just that weekend's gonna be just insane in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I'm choosing for that, but I will be at week 2. I'll be in those 124 seats right next to you, row 2, 3, whatever they are.
I sold my Rams once because I have 4 seats, so I sold some. My kids are already going. I have a bunch of my friends rotating through to watch one of my kids, so it's gonna be fun this year. Because I made a promise to myself. I told my kids, I'm like, all right, because usually I take one or the other. I leave one at home and things like that. And I was like, all right, this year I was like, neither of you guys are gonna miss a game. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. I was like, we're gonna go. I'll figure it out. So I had to bribe my friends. I'm like, hey, who wants to watch one of my kids? Because my other kids were right behind my other ones. I was like, get a free ticket. That's it. And they're like, and so literally I went through the schedule. I was like, I sent it to my friends. I'm like, hey, pick it now because it's gonna be fucking gone. So like, somebody got, my brother's coming for the Jags game. One of my buddies is getting the Chiefs game. Another of my friends is doing like the Bears and shit.
So you're taking the Charger game too?
So that's Monday. So I don't have my kids that day. So I'm flying in after I drop them off at school and then flying back.
Oh, you're flying in Monday?
Yeah. I think I'm going to go to the airport ready and just go to the game and tailgate and then bounce out afterwards.
Damn.
I haven't decided yet.
That's crazy. I did that one year. Me and my buddy, we for the Raiders Chargers in 2021 for the playoff spot.
Yeah.
We flew out of SFO at like 6 a.m. We got to Vegas way too fucking early at 8 a.m. We started drinking. We got hammered in Vegas. Dude, we almost missed our flight. Our flight back was at 9:30, and the game decided to go into overtime and then go all the way to the end.
I had to leave the Eagles game. I went to OT. I had to bounce. I didn't get to see the end of it when we won.
Crazy.
It hurts rookie year because I had to catch the flight.
Yeah, and so we're running the Hacienda Bridge to try and get a lift because we're gonna miss our flight. And we ended up having to pay this Lyft driver. She goes, "Oh, Nicole." She's yelling Nicole. And we're like, "Hey, fuck Nicole. We'll give you $100 right now, cash, if you take us to the airport." And she goes, "Get in."
Cancel that ride. That's so funny.
And we made our flight. I don't know how we made it, but we made our flight. And there was
Hey, all I know this year is gonna be wild. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm gonna enjoy it. We got the hype back. We got Pete Carroll. I am cautiously optimistic because I'm optimistic every year. So, I said, hey, this is the thing. What I'm worried about that Carroll's going to leave in 3 years, but I don't think we're going to get out coached this year. That's what's not going to happen. I'm okay with that. I don't think we're going to be elite. I don't think we're going to be a 10 or 12 win team. I'm like, you know what? I'm good with that because we're putting a product on the field that, Mark and Al would be proud of. I think that's what we're doing this year. And to me, like, as an old school Raider fan, I'm just like, I want us to be competitive. Like, I don't care if we lose games. I just don't want to get fucking blown out by 14 to 17 points every goddamn game.
Yeah.
Or like when at halftime, I'm checked out just making memes because the game we're getting our asses whipped. Like we have no chance.
Or you
You know?
score you're scoring 3 points in the first half. You're just like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
I don't know how many times people got me on video like fucking around. They're like, "What are you doing? Like, you got these great seats." I'm like, "I'm making memes because our team sucks." I'm like editing videos in my fucking seats in the front row because we're getting blown out. I'm like, I'm not leaving because one, I don't want anybody filming me leaving early, which I don't do. And two, I'm like, well, we're getting our asses kicked. The game sucks. I'm like, we're gonna be in 3 and out. Oh, I'm just gonna fucking I'll pay attention when we get in the end zone.
I think last season I was behind you for the Panthers game, and I seen you making all those memes, and I'm recording you like behind the scenes work for Josh.
Yeah, making memes in my fucking $1,000 seat. This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, man. The past few years it's been kind of hard to go to games. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, obviously we spend a ton of money on this team, and we want to see a good product on the field. And the past 2 years we have not seen a good product on the field. I actually, if you guys don't know, I met Josh actually in Chicago, and that was the famous Brian Hoyer game. So I mean, we're it sucks. It sucks to spend all this money for this team, and
Yeah,
they're not putting a product on the field. So
I don't know. I don't know what away games I'm going to go to. Every year I take my kids to each one away game, so I don't know which one I'm going to go to. We haven't decided yet. They both want to go to Denver, but it's on a Thursday. I'm like, yeah, you're not missing school.
And it's before the Cowboys. And it's before Cowboys.
Yeah. So the Cowboys game, I'm not going to that one. I got rid of it because, because I have work. They have school. I'm like, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not going to the Cowboys game. That hurts. That's going to be the first home game I've missed in.
What a game! What a game to miss, you Cowboys, huh?
I don't think I went to one of the Monday night games like 3 years ago.
Okay.
But it's gonna be the first home game I missed in a very long time. So I'll be at home. But I will say, I don't got to deal with Cowboys fans, so that's pretty good. So
we'll be there for the Cowboys game. We're sitting good, so the Cowboys game should be fun. Hopefully, both teams are competitive at the time, and it's not another Brian Hoyer situation. So
maybe AOC will be starting by then.
Yeah, seriously. Or what's the backup quarterback? The other one that's supposed to, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. That Brady drafted.
Oh my God, the guy that had that cringe ass video. He put North Dakota. Cam Miller. There we go.
Cam Miller. Or if Cam Miller's starting.
I always joke that me memorizing all these players is taking memories of my children away because I'm like, oh, this guy played from fucking 97 to 2004. He was number 96. Played these 3 positions way here. And I'm like, as I'm memorizing this, like memories of my children's first steps.
Oh man, I get that all the time too. Like with Viv, she'll be like, "Oh, you remember the plans for this weekend?" I'm like, "I don't know." She goes, "Who was the Raiders quarterback in 2005?"
Shit, let me on top of my head.
I don't know. Aaron Brooks?
Brooks or Walter?
Yeah, I would say Aaron Brooks.
Now I'm gonna Google that shit.
I would say 05, Aaron Brooks.
I'm gonna look that up. If I know that, I'm gonna fucking shit myself. I just think Palmer. I don't know.
She's like, but
Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins. Yeah. Wow, Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins.
All right, that's crazy. 05. That's not the year. That's not the year Moss came, is it? Was it later?
No, Moss was there. Moss was with Collins. The next year, Andrew Walter started.
Yeah, I remember that's the year Moss came. That's crazy. We were supposed to have Dante Culpepper that year.
God, dude.
Fun fact. We were supposed to have Dante Culpepper that year. We were supposed to reunite. Randy Moss came to the Raiders because he thought we were getting Dante Culpepper.
And he went to Miami. I remember that specifically. They had an interview about that. Yeah. Why do I know that? Like, why? What use in real life does that fucking information have? Nothing. Besides this conversation.
Yeah. That's for you, Josh. Right there, the comment.
Guest appearance, Blue Horse Week. Very nice. Wait, are you guys gonna do a 10-pin and Turlock? Yeah, I'll have my children. If you guys shoot me a DM, if you guys are doing it, let me know. I'll bring my kids. Because I usually get off work about 4 o'clock or so, 4 o'clock, and then I will head over because I'm going to be at home. I'd rather go have my kids messing around, have some pizza and stuff.
Cool.
Just shoot me a DM and I'll look through it. If I don't reply the first time, just send it again. I don't get mad because it'll pop up a couple times.
Yeah. If you guys got flyers made up too, Ruben, hit me up. I got a lot of 209 followers. I'm originally from Stockton. I'm in Ceres. So.
Ooh, I worked in Stockton today. I forgot how bad it was.
Pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. Like, fuck, dude.
It's pretty bad.
Now we gotta wrap it up though. I appreciate everybody tuning in the first time. I'm assuming I got reported on Instagram. That's what happens when I can't go live. So I gotta check my warnings right now. But we'll be back every week. Gonna be posting stuff on YouTube. I know I took some time off, so just thank you everybody for the support. I posted it today. I kind of was like, I'm gonna address it because I haven't really done that yet. But my kids are gonna be with me every game. Say hi, give them a hug, give them a high five. They're going to be there. They're going through it too. So, I appreciate all the messages and everything. I don't know what to say. Q brought over milk to my house. I finally just finished it. So
don't tell me you drink fucking 3-week-old milk.
No, it was all so I freeze milk because we don't drink it enough because I drink soy milk because I'm lactose intolerant. And my kids will have it with breakfast and cereal or I'll make their eggs with it. So like I used one and froze the other, and then it'll be done this week. Those
fruit snacks are probably gone that weekend, huh?
There's a whole drawer of them still. Like it's just I'm laughing because
I forgot what I even took. I took you some like Dino Nuggets.
Yeah, we're still going through those, but so many people brought me so many things to make it easier on myself and the kids. I'm still using the stuff people have, and then on top of that, like I would say, like my friends, my family. People from the nation, people that I was friends with and hang out a lot. Me and my kids. Yesterday was the first day we were alone. Yesterday, after everything happened. So all I can say is thank you, appreciate it. Everybody's done. Like people were coming from out of state, all this kind of stuff. I can say thank you. Like you made this process easier, and I truly mean that. I open up a little bit. I do have a heart, so But I just got to say thank you to everybody. I really do appreciate everybody's done. I don't know what to say. I do this for the kids. I tried giving back prior, and to get that reception back, like I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I got you. I do got to say your post was very heartfelt and sincere. So I'm sure everyone in the nation loves that. They respect you.
Yeah, a couple of weeks in, like I was getting a lot of texts and calls, and people were very cautious. And I was like, you don't got to be that way. Like if I know you, you can call me. Like I'm not gonna get mad. But people were like, dude, we know you had feelings. I'm like, hey, fuck you. They're like, this is a side we've never seen each other before. I'm like, I don't post my personal shit online. That's just something I've never done. Yeah. And but the reception I got, and they're like, dude, you're a human like this. I'm like, I could have told you that. You gotta get to know me a little better. So you'll probably see a little bit different version of me at the games and stuff. I'm gonna be there with the kids, having fun, just trying to enjoy myself and make their lives a little bit better this year. That's what I'm there for this year. So
we love that, Josh. Yeah. So we appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll be back weekly, every Tuesday. So let's have fun and let's have a great season, guys. We appreciate y'all.
Let's go Raiders.
Let's go Raiders.